Okay, so today we're gonna mess around with post-processing and the player itself. So let's just get into it. I created a simple, I guess, landscape. It looks shit, I know, thank you. So we're gonna add post-processing and we're gonna do infinite bounds. That means it's gonna go to the whole level, no matter where it is. And now, the hard part, actually messing around with it. So we're gonna do priority as 10, just in case. And we are going to do first probably brightness, so minimum will be 0.3, maximum EV by the way will be 0.8. I'm not gonna explain every thing, but this is basically exposure. The higher it is, the shittier it gets. I don't know why it doesn't do anything, but yeah. This is how, by the way, it looks right now. We could do before and after actually. We have a before picture right here. If we go out from here, now we have to do the after one. So you have the minimum. So let's do now saturation. So let's just do color grading. By the way, if you have no idea what post-processing is, it basically you can color grade stuff. You can make the environment look better with basic, I guess, effects with the camera. So if you have never worked with it, oh, here you go. So global, we're gonna focus on global. So saturation, open that up, that's gonna be 0.75. So a little bit, a little bit dark. Contrast, that's gonna be 1.1. Gamma 0.95. So you can see we are getting to the dark side because I want that. So it's gonna be a little bit dark, a little bit, scary. Still gonna have that Subnautica feel. So for the gain 0.8, then 0.95, and then 1.9. So it adds the blue to it, as you can see. If you don't want the darkness and stuff, you can make the saturation a little bit, for example, higher. So it, as you can see, a little bit saturated. But it's quite up to you. You can mess around with these settings. Now the offset will be 0. You can just open it up. 0. Right here, just manually, I would say 0.003 and 0.003 as well. So once again, a little blue, a little bit green, and so on. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Now about shadows. Saturation will be zeroed out right here, 0.05 and 0.07. As you can see, it kind of gives that dark vibe. Contract, or whatever you call it, 1.1. Now mild tones, saturation will be 0.1, 0.15 and 0.2. Last one, highlights, saturation 0.9, 1 and 1.1. Okay, maybe it's too much. Let's see it. Shadows offset. For the shadow saturation, let's make a little bit up to this bluish. So you can just try to copy it. For the saturation as well, we'll go into here, I think. Let's make a little bit more bluish. That's for mid-tones. Highlights, we're gonna highlight the green part. And back to the global one, let's do saturation a little bit higher, like the tones, and contract as well. Something like this as 1, I think. You're just gonna mess around. You just need to mess around with these settings as much as you can. Yeah, that's about it, I think. This is how it looks. We're gonna add, there should be fog, exponential something fog. And right here we're gonna do fog density as 0.08. Fog height 0.3. And this color we are going to actually, I'm gonna copy it, you just have to rewrite it like that, 082 C 3D and FF. So it gives that one. You can make it a little bit bluish and a little bit like that as well. Oh, okay, that was okay. Okay, this is a little bit terrifying. I reloaded the map and somehow okay, this is not good. I guess let's just continue and let's see what happens, because I think this is not real. I don't know. But anyways, in exponential fog, we're gonna do yeah, the color as that. You can just kind of mess around with this color. I don't know why you have to like reset it every time. But just mess around with it. Right here, volumetric fog, we have to enable that as well. And scatter, scattering, I think this, yeah, scattering distortion something, we're gonna set it to 0.6. Then we're gonna do directional thing, directional scattering as well. You just have to basically copy this and paste it, and it will look like this. So if you restart it or just reopen the level, holy moly fuck, what the fuck did I just do? So somehow I made it as a horror game by accident, as you can see. This is actually kind of scary. It looks good, it looks actually good. As you can see, I have a lot of errors. Let's do fog opacity as 0.5, right? About now, it still looks awful. I mean, it looks better, so we can actually see what's in front of us now. I think too much. Because if I reopen the level, right? This is how it looks. I don't know why it does that, but I'm gonna look into it. But I think we're gonna keep it like this. It's gonna give us like a horror vibe, what I kinda like. So I think we're gonna keep it like this. So you can mess around with the settings, what we basically changed, just mess around with it, with the colors, exposure, because I think if you do, for example, let's do AV, right? And let's reset them, let's do color grading, for example, right here we are doing super dark, we can just reset that, for example. Contrast, reset that, saturation as well a little bit. This one doesn't need to be reset. And if we play, it will look a little bit better. As you can see, it's a little bit foggy, so you just go to fog and fog density, for example. And you can actually make it a little bit better. You just have to make it, have to mess around with the settings. But I really like actually the dark theme, so I think I'm gonna keep it as. So I will put it on the screen how it actually looks before and after. Now for the player, we're just gonna add the particles. Lucky for us, we don't have to make them, so we have to go to our character, I think, no, core, character, first person, blueprint, first person, whatever. And right here we're just gonna find effects, right? And there should be bubbles, and we just add that to our spring arm or camera technically. And you can see the bubbles already going up. You can make it right here, somewhere here. So if we play, oh, I'm not loading the play character, whoopsie doopsie. So now you should be able to see the bubbles. So if you add that to our spring arm, make them closer. Dilation 0.5, I think. You will see the bubbles on one side. If I stand still, it's like that. to make them like smaller and, you know, someone, you can open it up and go to find it, let's find it, spawn, I think, rate, right here. You can set it to 0. Not 0.5 but 5. And now the rate that they spawn are a little bit smaller. If you set it to 1 and set the custom dilation to 1, you can see they spawn a little bit, not as much basically. Cannot speak to them. Let's set it to 3 maybe. Yeah, it doesn't really affect it, but it basically looks like that. So that's for the bubbles. For the sound, I have this underwater sound. You cannot really hear it, but it will be in the description. You can actually edit that if you don't like it, because there's one, maybe 2 parts that I kind of dislike, because you cannot really hear the bubbles or breathing or whatever. So I'm gonna actually and this is the moment that I really don't like. I'm gonna keep it for now. I don't really have a better one, so I'm just gonna add that to our mesh right here and add volume as 0.1. Probably cannot hear it, but if I max this out, you can hear it a little bit, quite a bit actually. I think it gives like an environmental look, feel, look, that you're like breathing. There's still no camera shake, so we're gonna actually add some. So we're gonna go to core and let's go to character first person blueprints. Let's make it here. So we're gonna have a blueprint class of legacy camera shake. This will be CS swimming. We're gonna have another one called idle, just like that. So for the swimming one, all we need is these details. So this will be 0.25 and 0.5 and 0.5 and single instance. For the rot oscillation, whatever you call it, the pitch will be 0.4, 0.25. Then we are going to have 0.6, 0.3 and 0.3 and 0.2. For the lock one, X, Y, and Z, we are going to have 0.2, 0.25, oh sorry, right here, 0.25. Then we are going to have 0.3 and 0.2 and 0.5 and 0.25. You can kind of mess with these settings just a little bit, because if you go past 1, it's gonna be crazy. For the FOV as well, it's just gonna give us a little vibe, 0.3 and 0.2. And I think that's about it, so we can just save it, go to our first person, go to event graph, and do event tick, and we are gonna get vectors, get vector, or get velocity, length, this is basically speed, and is it greater than 0? That means we are swimming. So speed, and that means we can get player controller and do start camera shake. This is how you start it, and add our swimming. One more thing, why we added oscillation duration at 0.25, because we are doing event tick and it's a single instance. These are just blends, blend in, blend out. So as you can see, we have a little camera shake. It's really hard to, do we have it? Okay, because I had the single instance on, that's why it didn't work. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Why it didn't work? I had the single instance on, it should be unchecked. I don't know why I checked it, but apart from that, it should technically work. So if we swim, okay, it's too much, I think. You're shaking too much. make these values a little bit smaller, so 0.3, 0.4, frequency 0.2, let's do that. Let's see how I'm gonna... Still kind of shaky, so we could do duration as 1. It's gonna, yeah, I mean, now it's getting that realism, I think. Kinda head bobbing and stuff, really slowly. You can just mess around with these settings how you like. Of course, there's different ways to do this as well. But I think one is the best one. And for the idle, we could actually just copy it. So I could just delete this somewhere and duplicate this and make this as idle. For this one, let's make this 0.6. This one, well, let's make it calm. 0.25, 0.2, 0.2, and yeah, these ones will be reset. So lock oscillation, whatever, you just reset this, and FOV as well. Besides that, I think that would be fine. So we could just do this as false. So that means we are idling. And I should not be recording this video at 12 AM. Well, let's make it slower. So for idle, let's do 2. I look like I'm freaking out or something. Let's do 5, I guess. I mean, it's a long time. I think I did the wrong one. Yeah, okay. Oh, but 5 looks actually kind of fine. That's like a little twitchy feeling. Let's do this too, and let's try to do idle here. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So if you swim, we have a little head bobbing. We stay. We have a little. Now it actually feels like we are swimming. Okay, it doesn't, because we need to add a few more things to the player, but I don't have time because yeah, fuck this shit.